Hello and welcome back to GT Retro World. Well, today we're going to be modifying this YAESU FT991 for wideband transmit or YAESU modification. So the procedure's fairly simple. There is a bit of dismantling to do with this radio because we've got to get to the control unit which is behind the fascia of the radio, and there's a few ribbons there that get in the way a little bit, but if you take your time with it you cannot go wrong. As you can see, this radio has never been touched. If we TX, we've got a flashing LED there, which is basically not letting us TX on 11 meters. And I will leave a disclaimer for this modification. You do this at your own risk. It's fairly straightforward. If you take your time, you cannot go wrong. Right, let's crack on with this one. Okay, as you can see, we have 4 screws on the top, and the top cover has to come off, and so does the bottom cover. We have 4 screws each side, as you can see, and there's 5 screws on the bottom. So we'll get these off anyway. Remove this side. Okay, both lids are off there. As you can see, this is at its final. It's changed at one point in its life, 2019 by the looks of it, which is very popular for this bloody radio, that's for sure. And hopefully it's been set up right. It was normally a bias current problem with these. They weren't set up properly from the factory, so obviously it's had new files in it, and obviously it's been set up. I have no idea what that signature is, if anyone recognises that. No idea. Anyway, let's get on with this modification. So on the front of here, you've got 2 little tabs. If you just lift them up gently, the plastic these, so be careful, but you just literally need to lift them just slightly with your, under your fingernail there, and just spin the radio over. And again, do the same for the other side. It's very straightforward. Just take your time. Again, fingernail underneath, and just lift, literally just, there you go. And that just should just pull away gently. Okay, next job is to get this nice and gently on there, just like so. You can see down here we have 2 ribbon cables. Now you can work with those in place if you want to, but I much prefer to remove these. It's just safer in my opinion, but you can do it either way if you're careful. So basically just a small screwdriver. I use this little thing. Each side of this ribbon here, the large one, there's a tab. You just lift each side, and again, this side just a bit. There we go, and that should just pull out. There you go, easy as that. And this one just pulls out. There we go, and this little plug here. And there we go. And all we've got here now is a very small earth cable, which is down the side of here. I'll move out of the way. Can you see that down there, guys? Just a little one. Change that over. There we go, to a posi. Like I say, you don't have to do it this way. It's just the way I find the safest way. If you're a bit hand-fisted, do it the other method, but as you can see there, guys, it's pretty straightforward if you're careful. So we'll move that head unit out the way. Okay, next job is to remove this rubber gasket, and that comes off like so, all the way along. There we go. I'll put you there out the way. That's far enough, that. So we've removed one of the screws here which held the earth lead in from the front panel, and there's another 5 to remove, so we'll get on with them. I just retract the screwdriver, that's it. Okay, those are all removed. Now we remove this steel panel from the control unit. And bring that through here and down. 1 second. There we go. Now that gives us clear view of the actual control unit. As you can see, we're not putting any strain on these ribbon cables, which I find is the safest, easiest method. Well, maybe it's not the easiest, but the safest method anyway. I'll get in a bit closer for you there. Okay, guys, you can see down here we have the jumpers. We have JP 3001 to 3008. JP 3001 and 2 a closed circuit with 0 ohm resistors. JP 3003 is the one that we need to solder. So we'll heat the iron up and we'll get that done. Okay, with a nice clean iron, we're going to go in. I'll just zoom in there a little bit for you. We've got 1, 2 and 3, so the third one we want. Okay. Okay, that looks fairly good. Okay guys, as you can see there, we've got 1, 2 and 3. JP 3003 is what we've shorted out. So we're ready to reassemble this radio now. Okay, let's fit this faceplate to the control unit. So this little cable comes through here, as you can see there guys. And obviously these little ribbons come straight through as well. And it just comes through like so. Very straightforward. We've got 5 of these little screws to put in. This top left hand corner is where the earthing cable comes from the front panel straight to this unit on here. So we'll put those in a second. Okay, the next job is fitting this rubber sealing gasket. If you've removed the whole thing like I've done, you need to feed this cable that powers the front unit up, along with these ribbon cables which go through here like so. And there we go. Okay, so there's that done. Right, okay, we can start reassembling this front panel. Okay, so I can get this in so you can see on the camera. I've had to do it from this side round, or you're never going to see what I'm doing. So basically this large ribbon, make sure this tab's pulled up, as you can see it's in the up position. That should just slide straight in like so, very easy. And you can feel that there, it's in. And literally just grab that little piece of plastic there, push that tab down each side, and that's locked in. And that is actually in there guys, simple as that. Right, okay, this is the last ribbon that we need to feed in here. As you can see it's a little tight down there, but if you just put your finger around here like so, let's see if I can get that in the camera for you there. Can you see down there guys? This needs to feed in that little white socket. Just push down. There we go, she's home. I don't know if you can see that there guys. So just take your time with these ribbons and you can't go far wrong. Next is this cable that powers the unit up on the front. Make sure that's the right way around. Let's have a little look. Yes it is. Just basically tease that down. There we go. Like I say, it's a bit finicky, but I find it a bit of a safer option. Like I say, you can make your own mind up on that. You can either leave that loose as long as you're careful, but if you have one little swipe with this or it falls over while you're doing this, you're going to rip these and then you are a bit in trouble. So the next job is basically to lay this on its side, and we're going to connect that earth strap to the control panel. So we get that little screw straight in here and connect that to here. So now that's everything connected, we make sure these cables at the bottom here are actually behind this front panel. Basically lift the front end of the radio up, slide that home like so. Just a little feel on there, that's it. Same here, there's that one. And just underneath you can just feel it into its place, and again underneath. And there we go, she's all home. Okay guys, so I want to try and investigate what was going on here, but obviously this has had finals fitted in 2019, which was a big problem for this radio, so I'm actually quite pleased they've been done. And obviously it's had the bias set, which was I was going to check anyway in the future with another video, but I probably won't need to because it's been done. So the problem that this radio normally has probably been rectified. So you can see there guys, anyway everything's back in place. So our next job is basically to put this together. So we're going to go with the bottom lid first. We'll get these screws in. Like I say, there's 5 on the bottom, 4 on the top and 4 each side. So we'll get these put together. Okay, we need to do a full hard reset on this radio to conclude the actual modification, and to do that we hold the fast and lock button in, which is over here, hold those two in, power the radio on, wait for that to power up, then leave go. Like I said, the radio's done a full hard reset here, so make sure you make a note of all your settings and back anything up that you need to. Right, okay, let's just check this modification out. So we will go to band, we'll go to 11 meters, it'll be easy. We'll click it on fast so we can spin around a bit quicker. We'll go to the usual 555 will do. Okay, let's have a little look. This should stay on TX, not flash. As you can see there, guys, that's fine. I'm TXing it over a dummy load here. 1, 2, audio, 1, 2, wall, 1, 2, no problem at all. So there we go. And that concludes the modification of this radio. Like I say, it's pretty straightforward. Take your time. You can either remove the ribbons or you can leave them in place. Whichever way you do it, just be careful. Also, I forgot to mention there, this radio is the 991. The 991A is the identical same procedure. Anyway, guys, hopefully it's been of some use. And if you've got any questions, drop them down in the comments and we'll catch you in the next one. Thumbs up for the channel. Catch you later, guys.